What's up?
Hey, what's up, man?
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. Hey, so I wanted to call and ask you some questions. You specifically because I credit you for the reason that I know how to play guitar. So I figured you would be a good resource to ask some questions for my project.
Alright, that sounds good.
Cool. So for everybody else, this is Chris Waltermeyer, longtime friend. Well, I remember when I first started playing guitar, my dad would take me for lessons, and I would go through the half-hour sessions and stuff like that. But it wasn't until I started playing with you and Peter that I actually started to figure stuff out. And I mean, when I started playing with you guys, I still knew absolutely nothing about the guitar.
I agree 100% with that. I think the best way you will ever learn an instrument is by playing with other people. When you're jamming with some friends or your band or whoever it is and just hanging out, trying to write songs, put something together, because you're friends, everyone has that patience to just put something together, whatever we can do, and harness it until it's the best sound we can make at that time. And I would say I learned most of what I learned being in a band with you guys as well.
Ashes and tears can't take more. Life's ruined, sky's blackened. Won't you ignore what has happened?
I don't play any instruments.
You don't play any instruments?
Correct.
I'm assuming like if you go see a concert and you see the guys rock out, you're like, God, I wish I could do that.
Yeah, at times, but I feel like when I say that, I don't say I wish I could do that. I say I wish I was that famous, I guess is kind of my viewpoint. For me, it'd be more of a performance. I definitely like attention. And I guess I would play once in a while by myself. I couldn't really see myself sitting alone by myself and just kind of relaxing and playing tunes. It's not something that I, sit around thinking I need to go out and learn how to play an instrument.
I broke my ankle, so I was stuck on a couch I couldn't walk for 6 months, and what's the most productive thing I can do while I'm stuck on a couch? And
would you say that was the most effective way for you to learn, or if you had learned with other people, do you think you would have?
I think playing with other people is probably the most effective, but there's probably still some initial basic skills that need to be learned before you can even try to play with other people.
What are some personal advantages you think, or satisfaction, rewards you get out of being able to play instruments?
Well, I guess, the advantages were that you pick up girls pretty easily, because girls love the singers, guitar players, stuff like that. It comes down to some people search for a way to express themselves. In fact, I would say everybody looks for a way to express themselves. Most people owe it to themselves to try to learn some music, even just dabble in it, because it really will enlighten you to a part of yourself you didn't know. It's just like any other art or sport or anything. You understand that it's going to take some time and it's going to take some work, but life is a learning process, and this is just another part of life. You have people who will support you. I swear to God, if you start playing an instrument, you will always have people who want to hear what you make, and that will last the rest of your life.
Because it doesn't matter if you're practicing or trying to entertain, you're still going to improve, The longer you do it, the better you're going to get, man. That's what I believe. That's my philosophy. But I was playing like football at the time. Like I was a halfback. I played halfback and not any defense, but anyway. I wasn't very good. So when they said, "What do you want to do? You want to do football? You want to do band?" I said, "I want to do band." So because music meant more to me by then at an early age. So that's what I chose. My dad told me, "There's one thing I can tell you, Gabe, just never quit."
Some discipline is required, for sure. And so you have to like it enough to want to spend time with it every day. It's like running you know, tennis or whatever. I'm 69 years old. I started when I was 6. If you lived in my house, you had to study piano.
And so you just took basic one-on-one lessons to learn?
One-on-one with a lady for 50 cents a lesson.
Was it just practice that helped you learn, or were there some sort of personal techniques you took on?
I think it was from listening to my favorite players. And I would try to copy them. Oscar Peterson and Bill Evans and a lot of jazz players and some classical players. I don't think age makes any difference. I think the enthusiasm will get you over the hurdle. And always go for the instrument that you want to play. Don't think that you have to play piano so that you'll know more about more instruments. You need to do what you love every day.
That it is a stress reliever. It's a good distraction, I guess, from everything that needs to be done, because it doesn't need to be played, but it can be. I mean, I don't need to play it, but if I go play it, I'm not thinking about other things that have to be done and are stressful. It's a personal sanctuary almost, kind of.
When you're playing music, or at least when I'm playing music, I'm portraying a part of myself that couldn't be understood in conversation, couldn't be understood in a social interaction. When you hear music, you really hear what a person has, you know, worked at. There's a message there that's in the notes that can't really be saying, even if you are a vocalist. There's, you know, the feel and the vibe of the piece that you're creating.
You see how much trouble I have talking about things. I have no trouble playing about things. It's a form of self-expression that I'm really lucky to be able to have, because I can have an idea and I can actually put it into music. For me, if I describe a little bit of the detail of what visually it might look like, then people get it, you know. But I really get it because it's coming from inside out,
Yeah.
you know.
Where do you think you'd be without the sax right now, Roy?
Man, I'd be in hell.
Because they'll bring you things that you had no idea about,
Yeah.
and challenges that you need to